everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Divina and today we are going to be talking about some train robbings. Apparently we're back in the Wild West. You may have heard about this, but this is going on in where, you may ask? Of course, California, Los Angeles. Why am I not surprised? Okay, so basically what's going on with these train robbings, right? 90 cargo containers a day. 90 a day on average, basically, is what Union Pacific, the company, the train company, thinks that are getting broken into. 90.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot of packages. And then there's even like footage of packages just falling out of the boxcars. Like, oh, there it goes.
It must be a lot of people doing this. The amount of trash that was on the ground.
Yeah, that's the thing too.
In a short amount of time.
This whole thing is so very noticeable that they're doing these train robbings because of all the trash that's getting left behind. Just piles and piles of cardboard boxes and all these different kinds of packaging, and then including leftover packages of stuff that they didn't even want. There was like home COVID tests and all this other junk. Yeah, they're just
rambling through stuff. They're not. Some of them they're just throwing packages on the ground. They because the train's moving, just throwing stuff off.
Yeah.
They're not even open in some of them. They're just put it on the ground, see what's valuable, and run.
Yeah, just trying to get the most that they can and getting the heck out. And it's just crazy because it's getting a lot of media coverage right now because they just cleaned it up, right? In mid-December, they just cleaned it up, and it already looks awful again in mid-January. Not just 1 month later, and the place is trashed again. Like, what is wrong with these people? And of course, we have this in organized groups again. Just like the lootings in San Francisco, we have groups of people getting together to do this. They're carrying around bolt cutters to cut the locks open, and apparently their locks are easily cut by bolt cutters. But before we continue, just so you get an idea of the mess, we're going to go ahead and cut to a picture of the disaster that is going on here in Lincoln Heights. And then also I'm going to go ahead and show you guys a clip of just, a guy running around with some bolt cutters, just doing his job. So then what does that leave us with, right? We're not only left with a bunch of trash, we're left with people not receiving their packages. We're left with companies being held liable for these because obviously it's not the customer's fault that trains are getting robbed. We also have scavengers that go out and see what's left over. Like, let me just go peep through and see. And they actually interviewed one guy, the LA Times did, and he was like, yeah, I found a Louis Vuitton bag one time and a robotic arm. A robotic arm. And he's like, I just come and take a look and see what's going on. And I sell what I can. He, of course, did not want to disclose his name. Because that probably feels a little illegal. But hey, I guess everybody out there is just doing what they got to do, am I right? What's funny also, I saw a video of German in Venice. He covered this, and he was talking about how he was just down there looking around, just videotaping, and he actually got a ticket. He got a ticket because he thought he was down there stealing whatever was left over. He's like, no, I'm just a vlogger. And they're like, no, ticket. Yeah, poor German in Venice. Go watch his video. He has a video on that too. Support the man. He's got to pay for that ticket.
But yeah, that you bring up. Okay, so if you get caught, it's just a simple ticket, and then you getting arrested, it's just a misdemeanor.
That's the thing. That is the thing. That's what we talked about in our last two videos. No real consequences. And I mean last two videos of things going on in California, like these mass thefts. But yeah, no real consequences. They're getting a misdemeanor, they're having to pay some little fine, and then they get out in less than 24 hours. I mean, that is literally like a slap on the wrist. And there was another article that I was reading. I don't know if that was LA Times or if that was a different news outlet. I think that one might have been CNN. But the guy was saying that they actually laugh. There's like officers, part of the Union Pacific Company, that catch these people sometimes, and they're like, "Yeah, bro, whatever. Like, yeah, fine, you got me, but nothing really as bad is gonna happen to me because I'm just gonna leave here and I'm gonna do it again." Do you think there's a Facebook group out there?
There's some band group of people. I don't know if it's the mall people or the exact same people that are doing these train stuff, but seems like there are a lot of people out there.
You know, I would just be curious to find their group. How do they link up? They have a WhatsApp chat? Do they have a Slack channel? But yeah, and so then another crazy thing that just recently happened was there was a whole train that just derailed, and sources are saying that they don't know exactly what the cause of the derailment is. That's under investigation. But of course nobody was hurt, so that's good. But my guess, and this is just a guess, that somebody, I don't know, threw a log, or I don't know, they threw something out on the tracks and caused the train to derail. I'm not sure how that would work, but I'm guessing this was some sort of scheme that they put in place so that they could have more time to get more stuff. Maybe their last heist didn't work out as well as they wanted it. I even saw some people taking teddy bears, like a grown woman taking some teddy bears. I mean, maybe she has kids or something, but here, my child, take this stolen teddy bear that I got off the train tracks today. I don't know, it just blows my mind. I just can't believe this kind of stuff is happening, and I swear this is just California, man. I mean, I follow some people that talk about politics on Instagram as well, and somebody even mentioned it's like you don't really hear of smash and grabs in states where like there's a lot of gun holders. And I think that's true because somebody, and maybe this would be more true. We
only hear it from California.
I hope it's only there right now. I don't want this to spread or anything. The Union Pacific Company, they lost $5 million last year. $5 million in merchandise that they were transporting. And I can only imagine how much they're going to lose this year. I mean, already they're saying in the statistics that they're up 160% more loss in these past few months than they were last year at the same time. So that's a pretty big difference. 160%, that's a lot. And you know what gets me too? I'm going to show you guys another clip here. But what gets me is that not everything inside these train cars are corporate, owned items, right? Because you could tell yourself, oh, well, Amazon, they'll just refund the money and they're a billion-dollar company, so it doesn't matter. Well, first of all, Amazon is not just Amazon. Amazon has sellers. So who usually loses out on those losses? The seller does. The actual small business, maybe, that is selling those items. They're the one that loses out. Amazon's going to take the money back and have to give it to them and is going to take it from them. Amazon's not going to lose out. They're not in business to lose money, So, starting there. And then also there's people that are sending their own personal packages. They're sending things in the mail and expecting it to get wherever it's going, right? And one thing that really upset me, and I'll show you guys this clip right now, but this firefighter plaque that was getting sent through the mail, a deceased firefighter, somebody who has served, I don't know in exactly what community, but he served for this country, protecting people and making sure that they were safe. He retired. He passed away now, and his retirement plaque was on its way to his family. Retirement plaque is just sitting in the dirt on these tracks. And if people weren't finding out about this, if nobody had even gone to go look, his family never would have received his plaque. And I think that's so sad. That's so messed up. You know what I mean? Like, that just really upsets with me. So, go ahead. Take a look.
Typically, that would be a retirement gift.
And when we saw a fireman's helmet on the sidewalk, we reached out to the Fort Worth, Texas department, where it was supposed to be going.
Man, that is really, that's awesome that you guys were able to find that.
We caught their public information officer on his off day. He told us the retired fireman had passed away, and they were working to return this to his family.
It's a piece of history, and it's something that somebody gave a lot of years of his life for, and we appreciate it.
So finally, what we're going to end with here is I've got a couple more clips that I'm going to stick in for you guys. But what we're going to end with here is the fact that how unaware the LAPD is about this. You know, I'm going to show you guys this clip where they're like, you know, they're showing the sheriff like, hey, look, this is what's going on. And he's like,
astonished, yeah.
I had no idea. He had no idea. And he's like, yeah, I'll get somebody right on that. Think he is?
I don't know.
I think, you know, not to give any grief to the police department, but I just think it's going to take a lot more than just getting somebody on that. I think we need to do something in the law structure to where these people are actually getting punished for what they're doing, or else it's just going to keep happening, even if you do put somebody on it.
Yeah, it went from malls and now we're derailing trains. What next?
I know, we're talking about this progression here. You know, like if you saw our first video, we're talking cars. Then we're talking homes. First, we actually talked about stores. We talked about cars, then we talked about homes. Now they're just going for the gusto and getting the whole operation here. Like the train. We got to get the supply before it gets to the store. It's just crazy. And it's unbelievable. I just can't believe that all this is happening. And what can be done about it? I mean, the only solution I see right now is, like I said, changing what the consequences are for these people.
Yeah, that's really it.
Are you aware of what's happening?
We showed LA County Sheriff Alex Villanueva what our cameras captured. The thieves in action, the bolt cutters in hand, the wide open cargo containers.
Wow.
Insane. That's all pulled from trains.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is new to me.
The department has something called the Cargo Cats Task Force. The sheriff promising they'll look into this.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. They're popping them open. They're stealing everything.
Holy moly.
From East LA.
We're going to put someone on that.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.